The Devil and the River by R.J. Ellory, narrated by Eric Meyers and Laurence Bouvard.
The author opens the book with the following quote.
What's past is prologue. William Shakespeare, The Tempest.
And now, The Devil and the River.
1. Wednesday, July 24th, 1974. When the rains came, they found the girl's face. Just her face. At least, that was how it appeared. And then came her hand, small and white and fine like porcelain. It surfaced from the black mud and showed itself. Just her face and her hand, the rest of her still submerged. To look down toward the riverbank and see just her hand and her face was surreal and disturbing. And John Gaines, who had lately, and by providence or default, come to the position of sheriff of Whitesburg, Breed County, Mississippi, and before that had come alive from the 9 circles of hell that was the war in Vietnam, who was himself born in Lafayette, a Louisianan from the start, crouched on his haunches and surveyed the scene with a quiet mind and a steady eye. The discovery had been called in by a passer-by, and Gaines's deputy, Richard Hagan, had driven down there and radioed the sheriff's office dispatcher, Barbara Jacobs, and she had called Gaines and told him all that was known. A girl's face has surfaced from the riverbank. When Gaines arrived, Hagan was still gasping awkwardly, swallowing 2 or 3 mouthfuls of air at a time. He bore the distressed and pallid hue of a dying man, though he was not dying, merely in shock. Hagan had not been to war. He was not inured to such things as this, and thus such things were alien and anathema to his sensibilities. The town of Whitesburg, seated awkwardly in the triangle between the Hattiesburg intent I-59 and the I-18, itself all fired up to reach Mobile, was a modest town with modest ways, the sort of place they rolled up the sidewalk at sunset, where such things as these did not occur too frequently, which was a good thing for all concerned. But Gaines had been to war. He had seen the 9 circles. And sometimes, listening to the small complaints of smaller minds, the vandalized mailbox, the illegally parked car, the spilled trash can, Gaines would imagine himself walking the complainant through a burned-out ville. Here.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?